Okay. Do we have basics? No! MythicMike, why didn't you put basics in this deck? How could you do this to me? Today I'm playing a sweet new deck from the school of MythicMike. He jammed his love of skeletons and Badgermole Cub together and came up with this really awesome aggro Sultai list. So let's talk about what's going on in this list. Of course, we got the basic stuff. We got Gene Pollinator, we got Llanowar Elf, and we got Badgermole Cub alongside Ouroboroid, which we want to ramp into with the Badgermole Cub's mana acceleration. This is not the most creative thing, of course. It's a pretty typical package, but it's one of the strongest things that you can be doing in Standard. So if you are playing a green-based deck in Standard, why wouldn't you put in Badgermole Cub and Llanowar Elves and all the other company, right? Just makes sense. Next, the skeleton package is very simple. Corpse of the Lost and Forsaken Minor. That's really all you need to make the skeleton package work. Corpse of the Lost is kind of just like an engine all on its own, and you really don't need much support outside that. Now for the fun stuff. He put in 4 copies of Applied Geometry. This card is a sweet one from Secrets of Strixhaven. I know when it first came out, people were kind of experimenting with it, but it didn't really go anywhere. Well, I think in this deck, it feels pretty sweet. It says, create a token that's a copy of target non-aura permanent you control, except it's a 0/0 fractal creature in addition to its other types. Then put 6 +1/+1 counters on it. Obviously, we want to be using Applied Geometry on the Ouroboroid. Slamming a 6/6 Ouroboroid is going to win the game for you most of the time. But, you know, there are other good targets in the deck. Maybe we put it on a Corpse of the Lost and we just create a 6/6 enchantment creature, whatever, I don't know, that makes another 3/2 or whatever skeleton. That's going to be pretty powerful. We can also put it on the Deep Cavern Bat to get a 6/6 hand disruption creature on the field. Want more Badgermole Cubs? You can do it on Badgermole Cub too. The possibilities are kind of endless with this card. It's just good, right? If you have enough mana to be playing this out, getting a 6/6 creature with possible upside is going to be good a lot of the time. Next, we are playing, of course, 4 copies of Deep Cavern Bat. This thing's sweet. We're in black, so why not play a little bit of Hand Disruption? Again, it's an evasive creature, and it's a very good creature to target with the Applied Geometry when we don't have things like Ouroboroid on the field to target. And then the thing that I really like about this deck, when you play Badgermole Cub, you want to have 2 CMC stuff because the ideal line for Badgermole Cub is turn 1 Mana Dork, turn 2 Badgermole Cub, and that's going to leave you with 2 open excess mana. What do you do with that 2 open excess mana? Well, you can't go into Corpse of the Lost quite yet. You can't go into Ouroboroid, obviously. So you want to have more 2 CMC stuff. That's where the Flood Pitch Drowner or maybe the Quandrix Charm comes in. In my testing, the Quandrix Charm has performed so beautifully. The first ability on it, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2, is so strong. So many people are playing powerful things on turn 3 or turn 4 that slamming down a Quandrix Charm or at least having access to it has single-handedly won me a lot of games. And then, I don't know, did I say it already? Flip Pitch Drowner, flash it in. Why not tap down an opponent's creature? It's just a good way to use your mana when you're holding up the Quandrix Charm, but there's nothing really good to hit with it. So then you can just flash out the Flood Pitch Drowner, and now you have a 2/1 Vigilance attacker on the field. That's pretty good. So that is the plan of the deck. It's a fun one. We're going to hop into some games and see how well MythicMike cooked with this one. See you over there. All right. Nicholson is first up, and we're going to see what this MythicMike deck can actually do. Hey, opening hand, you like to see a couple Llanowar Elves and a couple Ouroboroids. You know, it's kind of basic, but something about it feels just right. Who doesn't? I know there's a lot of gripes around Ouroboroid and that, but it does feel good just to slam an Ouroboroid, I think. Okay, we're definitely going to be playing the Deep Cavern Bat and the Llanowar Elf this time, so let's disrupt them ever so slightly. And then next turn, we're just gonna put down big old plants and go crazy. Okay, probably we take the Hunter's Talent and hope that our Ouroboroids are gonna be faster than their Ouroboroids. Yep, I already played out my land, so that's not gonna happen. Boom. So this turn, all they can really do, unless they have a really good top deck, is play out this Ambitious Augmenter. Then, of course, they can follow it up next turn with the Ouroboroid, but we're going to be one step ahead on our Ouroboroid. So because we went first, we should be in pretty good shape. Slumbering Trudge is good. It doesn't really do anything. Like the game's going to be over way before that thing can actually do anything. I'm not going to throw away my Llanowar Elf as well here. Next turn, Double Ouroboroid triggers, massive attack. We should be good to go. Yeah, look at this classic gameplay. Ouroboroids on both sides of the field just doing nonsense. I guess I could put out the Corpse of the Lost, but it's fine. We'll do it this way. And that's what you want to see when you're playing Land of War Elves and Ouroboroids. As lame as it is, it's a good start, though. All right, next up is Jeff Koo, I guess. And yeah, hopefully we see more. Well, oh man, this is one of those hands that's weird because there's no payoff, but there's good hand disruption. Obviously, we had the Badgermole Cub. Let's try it. Let's see. We also get a good turn 1 with the Forsaken Miner. We can start attacking in, hopefully on turn 2. And if we do end up finding the Corpse of the Lost, the Ouroboroid, you know, things get a little out of hand fast. Ooh, we might be against my favorite thing. Hey, what did I say? Corpses of the Lost. Going to be awfully powerful if we can get that going. Opponent could be on Jeskai. That's usually what Elegant Parlor means. Okay. Planes, they have the removal for the poor Badgermole Cub. Oh, man. So maybe it's not a Jeskai opponent because usually that's not the card I would expect to see. Unfortunately, we missed on our land, so I think I just need to reach into the opponent's hand and see what they're up to. And it's a, oh, goodness gracious. Okay, well, we take the Fire Magic because that thing's just going to blow us out. And I think I am absolutely cooked here. The opponent has, obviously, what is this? Practice Scrollsmith? These are such... Okay. These are the hands that are always weird to me, or the opponents. Like, when you see an opponent like this, you're like, really? And now I can't really do anything except hold up the Quandrix Charm and hope that they use it to try to blast away everything. This sucks. Not hitting lands is a big problem. But you know what? The upside is we do have... If they use all their mana, I can do Flood Pitch Drowner instead of the Quandrix Charm. Maybe. Oh, man. I think I have to actually counter this. As much as it sucks, the Tablet of Discovery is just too powerful. It accelerates them so much, and it also gives them card access. They still have their Fire Magic available to them. They can do this for 1. We did hit our land there, so now I can throw down the Corpses of the Lost. They're not going to be able to interact with that, and we're going to be attacking in for 6 damage here. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So opponent is probably going to have to wipe the board here. They're probably going to have to use the Fire Magic, getting it up to level 2, which sucks because then we basically need a... I'm going to need a land drop so I can get the Ouroboroid on the field. I guess I could disrupt them with the Deep Cavern Bat a little bit, but I need an untapped land source so that I can put down the Ouroboroid. Always a problem, isn't it? All right. There's the Fire Magic. So we do get to return our Corpses of the Lost. And that's not bad. So what I'm... You know what? Let's put the Deep Cavern Bat on the field. Disrupt them a little bit. Try to make it a little bit harder for them to do something. I would have liked to have gotten back my Forsaken Miner, but I think it's okay to do it this way. And I guess I get rid of the Practice Scrollsmith, sure. Make it so that their Pursue the Past has to really hit well. Next turn, we slam the Ouroboroid, and then we can maybe follow it up with Corpse of the Lost with haste on the following turn, and maybe, just maybe. That's not good. That's not good. All right, Ouroboroid, you're my only hope. The land was actually not too bad because now the land I can go Corpses plus hold up the Flood Pitch Drowner. Sure. This is interesting. I don't know what the opponent's endgame is here. Like, are they really building up to something specific, or like, I don't know. Something is funky about the opponent's deck. I just don't know what their endgame is going to be here. Okay. We are hitting a ton of lands. I don't really feel threatened as far as my life total goes, so I'm going to shock in the Overgrown Tomb. Why not? You know, why not? Why not? This hopefully triggers the Ouroboroid. Boom, boom, good. And now we can slam in with everything. The practice Scrollsmith is not really going to get in our way. And then we have the Flood Pitch Drowner to maybe jump onto the field, stop something else next turn. Stop like a blocker next turn. Boom. Okay. And done, done, done. We're back up to 20. We have a pretty good board. The opponent would need something really powerful here to be able to stop us. They're digging with Tablet of Discovery, so this is like a desperation thing. Let's see what you got, opponent. They hit the Quandrix. They do have the mana for Quandrix. And what does the Quandrix spin into? Are they going to spin into like infinite stuff? That's that's BS, right? The first card on the top of their library was the Day of Judgment. They discovered 4. Yeah, nice. Give me an absolute break. What clown behavior that is. Oh man, that's the kind of thing that's an alt F4 right there. I was told I shouldn't be, and we hit a land. It's like, okay, the game is saying, you know what? No, did you think you were possibly going to come back in this one? Nah, bro. Your opponent was going to find the Quandrix off of the Tablet Discovery into the Day of Judgment. And you? Watery Grave. Best I can do. Watery Grave. Let's see if our Flood Pitch Drowner can at least kill the Quintorius. Maybe I call him Quandrix. I don't know what I call him. It doesn't matter. I'm so tilted. That's unbelievable. All right. It's fine though. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna find, I don't know. I don't even know what I can find off the top of the library to make things feel better. Practice Scrollsmith gets there. I did call him Quandrix, didn't I? Quintorius again. And of course, they had the Lightning Helix. So GG opponent. I'm pretty sure this is a game over because some people just hit the absolute nuts, and I am going to be salty about it. I want to see one more card. I want to see if our land comes. We're not playing that many in the deck. The Flood Pitch Drowner's okay, but I don't think this is going to go well. They obviously have the Quintorius. Things are going to get out of control. No, thank you. Oh, that one hurts. No, I don't like luck. All right, it's got to be better than that. That last game, we're going to put that one in the past. Day of Judgment, who's that? Ooh, man, it's so, like, if the top of the deck is good, this hand is kind of spicy. But if the top of the deck is a little boring, it's not going to work out for us. This looks better, right? This is just a better hand. So we want to go turn 1 Llanowar Elf into turn 2 Corpse of the Lost, and then hope. I think the whole plan here is hope that the opponent doesn't have interaction for the Llanowar Elf, and we find a land, and then we just go absolutely crazy with our top end. If they disrupt the Llanowar Elf, we're in big old trouble. Okay, so does this change things? Does this change the equation? No. We're still slamming down the Corpse of the Lost. Let's get in. The opponent is probably on, is it Prowess with Multiversal Passage? You have to assume. We miss. Okay, but it's fine. Let's attack in with just the... Oh, they have nothing? Okay, so this is going to let us disrupt them enough that hopefully... Okay, what do they have that is bad for us? Next turn, they hold up the 3 steps ahead. Or the Get Lost. I think I take the Get Lost, and I hope that they put down the Color Storm Stallion as a blocker. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. With the Get Lost, they obviously can just take out whatever we play. Put down the Color Storm Stallion. Don't hold up 3 steps ahead. You need a block. Okay, good. So that gives us the opportunity to slam the Ouroboroid, and then we'll be in pretty good shape. That attack is ambitious. Ooh, it's even better. It's actually just so much better. So from here, we get in for a healthy 8, and the opponent would need an absolute miracle off the top. We've seen them before. Recently, it could happen, but I don't see this. I don't see the opponent getting out of this one. And so they attack in. I'm not even going to block. It's fine. Here is the applied geometry on the Ouroboroid. This is what you want to do. Go to combat, boom, boom. And this is a ton of damage. This is a turn 4 Crater Hoof amount of damage. Cool. So the deck can do it when it wants to. Good job, Oko. Game number 4 against the little dwarf avatar. Is it a dwarf? I guess so. And so far, the opening hands... Okay, this opening hand looks quite good. Maybe we're going to see the applied geometry on the Corpse of the Lost. I actually don't know. I admittedly did not watch the video from MythicMike. I found this deck through another person. And the only reason I knew it was a MythicMike deck was because the person had named it MythicMike SOS, whatever. And that made me go over to his channel. I took a look at what he was playing. Unfortunately, we don't have blue mana. Okay, it's fine. We can still get in for a little bit of extra damage this way. So if I hold up the Llanowar Elf, it doesn't really do anything, unfortunate, with the mana base the way it is. So I went over there, and it seems like he's been playing this deck for some time now. So this is one of his babies, I guess we could call it. But I didn't sit down and actually watch him play the deck. So I don't know. We're going to do untapped because we want to put down the Corpse of the Lost and the Forsaken Miner this turn. And right now, we actually don't have anything that we can actually do for the rest of the game unless we draw blue mana or cards that are not blue. So things are suddenly looking a little sketchy considering the opponent has ramped into a Lumbering World Wagon and the Star Cage Pinnacle for the absolute blowout. We're done. We are so cooked. What? Who goes Shared Roots? I don't even... Again, the opponent who spins into the Quintorius Day of Judgment, and then this random pile of Shared Roots, Lumbering World Wagon, and the Pinnacle Star Cage. Why not? Sure, wistfulness to kill. The answers that some opponents just like suddenly they pull up their top hat and like whoop, they don't make sense. All right. But at least we can concede it and say that was just more PS. Hey, Starcage Pinnacle. Did you forget about that card? It's still strong. Messi. Oh, man. It's so nice to, and I'm so honored to play against such a renowned player. Sure, let's try it. We don't have any of the acceleration this time around, but we do have the skeleton package. And if we do find the fourth land, we are going to be able to do some cool stuff. Is it just a Flood Pitch Drowner instead of the Forsaken Miner? Forsaken Miner can actually just get haste later on, so I think maybe flashing in the Flood Pitch Drowner to tap down the creature that they may play out here. Okay. The opponent does have something, though. They are on the Bibliotech plan. Oh, I think I don't have much of a choice but to try to slam the Corpse of the Lost. They might have counter magic for it. They might just have a lightning. No, not lightning helix. What could they have with blue mana and the Great Hall? Get lost? Horned Lock Whale. Horned Lock Whale was the correct answer. Was that the answer that y'all were expecting? We get our timely... No, okay, I will admit, and this is something I didn't bring up in the intro, but I probably should have. The deck is playing, I believe, 12 fast lands. They're playing, it's playing the 3 Blooming Marshes. It's playing the Dimir fast land as well. Sure. Land. And, yeah, so, and also starting town. So I believe we have 12 fast lands. We're probably going to be hitting turn 4 Blooming Marshes more often than not. Another opponent running, this is so, like, I'm getting flashbacks to when I recorded the Boros Quintorius video, where it just seemed like every opponent that I was playing against was just board wipes coming out the wazoo. And I don't know, today, kind of feeling similar. Applied Geometry. Can I get the Applied Geometry to resolve? And do I do it on the... I do it on the Corpse of the Lost, right? This gives me 2 bodies. So they got to deal with 6. Nice. You love to see it. After the board wipe, the applied geometry comes in to save my butt. A little bit lucky on that one. Ooh, we got a little Karn action. Oh, you don't see a lot of people running the Karn avatar that much these days. It's a good one, though. Ooh. I mean, it's not good, right? Throw it away. Better. Can I please keep everything? Oh man, I really want to keep everything. I guess you throw away the applied geometry. The applied geometry, as good as of a card as it is, there is definitely the risk, especially your opponent's playing... Oh, wrong card. Should have put out one of these. It's fine. Your opponent's playing red. That means they're going to have burst lightning and whatever else. And the thing that you're targeting with the applied geometry is it's got to stay on the field, right? Okay. Do we have basics? No! MythicMike, why didn't you put basics in this deck? How could you do this to me? Didn't even think about that. This is the first time you run into... Okay, so like the games have been win, loss, win, loss, win, loss. It seems scripted, right? Like the ones that are the every other games are the ones where the opponents just have the most random nonsense that is going to absolutely hose me. Price of Freedom. How did the opponent know that I have the greediest mana base known to man? Magnetic Halkite. It's gonna destroy us so badly. Actually, the fun thing is I can actually still put down a 3 mana worth of stuff next turn. You know what I actually think I do is... Oh, this is the wrong... no, this is correct. So what we do is we put out the Gene Pollinator and we hold up the Quandrix Charm. We gotta stop the opponent from... Actually, that's cool art too. Neat. We gotta stop the opponent from doing this. No. Quandrix says no, you may not come after my lands. I do not have basics in my deck to... I don't have basics. This is okay though, right? The Badgermole Cub. Our only hope is this Badgermole Cub. So we now have 6 mana available to us, correct? 3. So let's tap down here. Let's do this. Tap down this boy. This is 6 mana. So we throw down the Flood Pitch Drowner. We tap the Magnetic Halkite down a little bit, and we throw down the Ouroboroid, and we pray that the person that's going after our lands. Surely the person who's going after our lands is not also packing cards that go after our board, our creatures. Surely that's not the case here. Accumulate Wisdom. That's desperation. Always love saying it. Only getting 1 card with your Accumulated Wisdom. What are you doing over there? Come on now. Iroh's Demonstration. What a card. What a card. But the damage is already... It's kind of... Oh, don't do more... It destroys artifacts. Oh, man. Oh, man. Okay. Corpse of the Lost. The question is, do I also want to get in with the Deep Cavern Bat for a disruption? So this is 3, 6, 9... 12, 13, 14 damage. I could just do 14 points of damage and hope it holds, or I put down the Deep Cavern Bat for a little disruption, and it's also a flyer. You know what? Let's go with the Deep Cavern Bat path. Oh my goodness. What did they have in hand? They had Krenko's Buzz Killer, and they had 2 counter spells. What an absolute insane game to fight through. Badgermole Cub, did you know it's a good card? We are on to game number 7. These are actually pumping along. I mean, this is an aggro deck. This deck is going to... I mean, games are going to be decided mostly by turn 4. I mean, have you played Standard lately? Unfortunately, we don't have the turn 1 Mana Dork. It's nice when you have the Badgermole Cub and the Quandrix Charm with the turn 1 Mana Dork, because then you can hold up the mana for the Quandrix, as I mentioned in the intro, but sometimes it doesn't work out that way. Oh wait, they have Pilfer. There it is. And they are going to choose one of these wonderful non-land cards, probably going to be the Badgermole Cub. So I guess what we're doing is holding up the Quandrix Charm. And then we're going to rely on Corpses of the Lost. Whoa! Okay, so because... So they took the Corpse of the Lost, which means that they have removal for my Badgermole Cub. So does that mean I just don't play it? Next turn, I can... Man, getting hit with another apartment announcement. I think I'm gonna pass here. Although I have the Badgermole Cub, I could put it out. I think the opponent's just sitting there on removal for it, and maybe by doing it this way, what I can do is possibly Quandrix Charm it. They know I have the Quandrix Charm though, so they just kill the Badgermole Cub in response to it. But it's still something. 3 steps ahead, fine. I guess I should have probably made sure to hold up. I should have probably tapped this for the... Yeah, taking the damage here would have been fine. Okay. I think the opponent just kind of has what they need to fight against us. This is just the Excruciator deck. Yikes, they took both of our Corpse of the Lost. We really needed those. And now, what do I even do? I guess it's just Forsaken Miner. Hope it survives. And it's very, very tame when your Corpse of the Lost are in the graveyard. But we do have the Quandrix Charm we can hold up for a little while to hopefully stop, like a Kavaro or something like that. Okay, go for it. This does have 2 other modes on it, destroy target enchantment or give something +5/+5. It's not something I've really used too much, but it is there. Okay, tap lands it is. I think we're still holding up the Quandrix Charm and just getting in with the Forsaken Miner until I can find a really good target for this applied geometry. Is it going to be worth it next turn to use the applied geometry on the Forsaken Miner and hold up the Quandrix Charm as a protection for that to resolve? And I think because of the Deep Cavern Bat, the answer is probably no. Let's go see what they have in their hand, and then we can make a more informed decision. A Spell Snare. Are you joking? All right. I guess you kind of have to do that. I don't feel safe throwing out the applied geometry if I don't have the Quandrix Charm to at least hold it up to stop maybe a removal spell on the Forsaken Miner, but we're getting to the point in the game where I'm never going to be able to play the applied geometry. Yeah, okay. I'll play it out first. Maybe I can get in for a little bit more damage. Doesn't matter what I animate. Nope, Blooming Marsh, it's fine. They can murder the Badgermole Cub. I actually don't really mind that. Yep, Bitter Triumph. And they take damage to do it. That is surprising. So you better believe I'm getting in for 3 damage here. They're down to 2 cards in hand. We might be able to grind them down here. And it might be next turn trying to just jam this applied geometry. They didn't have... Okay. No. Deep Cavern Bat it is. Show me what you got. Show me. I want to see. No more Spell Snares. No more 3 steps ahead. Phantom Interference, Deadly Cover-Up. Well, okay. They were sandbagging the Deadly Cover-Up. I guess they were holding it because we do have the counter magic for it. So the risk is... I mean, I can't even really attack in now, can I? Is it actually the applied geometry now? I think it is. I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. I forgot. I'm just looking at the Phantom Interference, and I'm thinking Phantom Interference just makes it 2/2. And that's just me being dumb. It's fine. I can still go in if they want to put out the other Phantom there, but that was just me being dumb. Sometimes the brain stops suddenly. I'm surprised they didn't hold up the other Phantom Interference there. Okay. Get in for 2. Maybe I should be using this Quandrix Charm to maybe try to end the game with the 5/5. Ah, man, I think I'm just being bad. Real bad. If we get away with this one, all luck. I should have done it there. I should have gone in with all 3 creatures there and did the 5/5 thing. This is inexperience showing its ugly head. Oh, no. What does that attack mean? That attack means devastating things, doesn't it? Day of Black Sun. What a card from the opponent. We needed to do it beforehand. Do I have any recourse here? No, this just destroys everything. So I need Corpses of the Lost off the top. Badgermole Cub. Badgermole Cub maybe gets it done. Maybe gets it done. It's a 5/5 now. It's a 6. Oh, it's a 6. It gets +5/+5? Is that what happens? Oh, because it has a +1/+1 on it. We got so lucky. Badgermole Cub. Did you know Badgermole Cub is, in fact, a good card? It has the secret mode to give it haste. What a cute little guy. Oh, that was a sketchy game. I suck. I feel like I made like 4 or 5 or 6 or infinite numbers of bad choices in that last game. It's okay, though. It's all part of the growing pains of playing an unfamiliar deck. Is what it is. If I can make them, then you don't make them if you end up playing this deck, right? That's the service that I'm providing. What a nice guy I am. Wow. Just an angel. What do? Do you keep this hand? We don't have the payoffs. We have everything we need, but we don't have the payoff. But what we can do is do the Llanowar Elf, Badgermole Cub into the Floodpitch Drowner on 2. That seems okay. Duress. Duress has no power here. You are powerless here, Duress. Get out of here. No, they just might smoke the Llanowar Elf, though. It kind of feels like they're going to have removal for it. They have some weird stop set. My goodness, what a draw that is. See, almost put out the wrong one. So we want to hold up the Floodpitch Drowner mana. So I think one little weirdness to this deck is knowing what lands to animate with your Earthbend. That is probably like a slight thing to be aware of. Now, are we just going to get... Everybody's packing board wipes today, man. Is this going to be another board wipe situation where the opponent is just like gearing up towards board wipe? Does this deck even care about board wipes? I'm not really sure. I think you probably just got to fight through it. Rakshasha's Bargain. Interesting choice to fire it off now. All right, next turn, we're just going for it though, right? Put that out, put out the Ouroboroid. It doesn't matter what one we do it with. And yeah, attack in with a whole bunch of things. 8 damage on you. You got to do something this turn, opponent. You need a huge card. That's a huge card. Oh, it's not that huge. It's actually not even remotely huge enough. It's pathetic. Oh, I'm so used to seeing the Withering Curse. I think that's what it's called, right? Withering Curse. Show me. Yeah, Withering Curse. I'm so used to seeing it with the infusion ability on it. It's so uncommon for somebody just to use it as a 2/2. But I guess that is an option when you're stuck. They didn't have the cornucopia to burst it up into its next level. What does that mean? Burst it up. Burst it up into its next level. Why didn't I say evolve it, right? Ascend it. Shoot it into the sky. All right, we're going to try this one. How many times have... I feel like that's just one of those things that I say when I'm recording these videos. I'll try it. Harkening back to that person that's like, always complains about getting mana screwed, never mulligans. Oh, yeah. But hey, sometimes you get rewarded with the Watery Grave. That's what you want to see. So next turn, we can actually slam the Ouroboroid, and we can still keep doing Space Worm stuff against an opponent who's doing Slickshot Show-Off stuff. Well, okay, hang on now. I think because it's Slickshot Show-Off, it actually changes the equation ever so slightly. So we're going to use Deep Cavern Bat to reach into their hand, make sure they don't have the absolute nuts. Whoa. And what we're going to do is just use these Floodpitch Drowners to make sure that the Slickshot Show-Off stays well behaved while we chip them down. Would I have been dead? I think I would have been dead next turn had I just slammed Ouroboroid, right? Because this is tremendous amount of damage. Okay. Ember Heart Challenger's good card. but it's also a very, very good card for us to tap down. Why didn't I tap it down? I forgot that I had haste. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just more worried about the slick shot show off than anything. So we'll just keep that under control. How much mana do I have? I have 5 mana, which is not enough. Do I have enough damage if I put this out? So this is 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points of damage. It's not quite enough. So let's just swing in. We're just going to play it nice and safe. I don't think they can kill us. No, they don't have the fling. If they drew a fling though, could they possibly kill us? And it's a maybe thing because this slick shot show off gets big. It might not even need to attack in. That's the crazy part about it all. How much is damage? This is 5, 10, 14, 15. It's 15 points of damage. If they have the fling, I think it's actually lethal damage. Sure. Maybe they calculate it out and they're like, yeah, I have 15 points of damage. I can get them without having to fling it. If I did my math right, which my math is probably, yeah, I know I'm right. Let's do that. All right, no, we'll just tap it down. These are both instant speed stuff, so they don't have it. GG opponent. Nice slick shot show off there. Flip pitch drowner. One heck of a card. Pretty good at stopping people from who are trying to do combo stuff. Although you could just run Requiting Hex and that takes care of your problem too, right? All right, the 10th and final game against Skylord. Seeing so far it's going well. We had those 2 awkward losses right off the start, but then things kind of evened out and we've had some tough matches where we've had to really battle, but we've gotten there. This hand, we don't have like the super big payoffs with the Corpse of the Lost or the Ouroboroid. Uh-oh, guess what? We're playing against bad stuff. Which means I think I want to go out with the Deep Cavern Bat to see if I can disrupt them a little bit. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, that's okay. So that's a person that had a deadly cover up, a split up, and a Pinnacle Star Cage. Come on now, why are you doing this to me, baby? So, are they going to fire off the split up? If the opponent says hello, I want to maybe incentivize them to try to kill something. Okay, I think, oh man. So this comes in tapped because of the authority of the consoles. So maybe I'm not going to attack in with some of my things here. I think I go in with the Forsaken Miner. So then if they decide that they want to split up, they have to do it on untapped creatures probably, but they might be incentivized to do tapped creatures because the Badgermole Cub is so scary. Okay. Well, how much of a gambler am I? Like, do I think I can get away with an applied geometry on the Deep Cavern Bat to get rid of their split up? I mean, don't be a coward, right? Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. We get rid of it. We got rid of it. Oh, money. It's money. All right, we're going in. Okay, now we have to dodge top decks. We're in dodge top deck mode. They can slam down the Ketramos. It's not a big deal. I guess they could also kick the Consult the Star Charts to try to find something. Yep, they do. So how much damage do we have on board? 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. The opponent says, good game. We have the Badgermole. Oh no, Badgermole Cub is bad news. It's bad because it heals them. Oh, I forgot about the authority of the consoles. My effort was for naught. They're down to 1. Oh, I hate authority of the consoles. I thought I was being so clever getting that last point of damage in. Okay, they're digging. Oh, please don't find a split up. Don't find a Pinnacle Scar Cage. Is the worst thing possible. Split up would have been also real bad. And they're down to 1. And with the authority of the consoles is single-handedly going to save them. The only card that I could have maybe won with there was going to be Corpse of the Lost. And of course, we didn't hit it. Man, authority of the consoles is too strong. Okay, down to 1 again, though. So, but they just have split up and they have Pinnacle Star Cage. Oh, I was so close. Did I have a chance somewhere? I don't know. I feel like I did all I could. I took the right gamble, yeah, fine. And the deadly cover up. Okay, so we're not out of it still. Corpse of the Lost off the top wins it. That's fine. Collect your evidence. Sure. Still comes back. Boom, boom. Is that what they did? No. Do I have to keep putting pressure on them? I think I do, as stupid as that's. Oh, man, it just heals them so much, though. Every single time I put out a creature. Actually, no, it's done. It's done. The opponent knows it. Skylord has it. They have now the Ketramos out there. I can't attack in. GG opponent, good game. Turns out when you play, they honestly probably have like upwards of, I know I exaggerate, I'm like 15 lightning healers. They probably actually have 12 to 15 board wipes in their deck. And it was all this. It was actually this card that made the difference. Damn. All right, so this deck, playing pretty well. It's fun. Obviously, soft to heavy interaction opponents, especially with something like Applied Geometry, because you do have to target something. So there is an inherent risk in that. But you know what? Even when your opponent is holding up potential creature removal, you know what? Just targeting the Corpse of the Lost would be good. Unfortunately, Corpse of the Lost didn't really want to find my hand too many times in this set of games. It could have been the hero a few times there, but it was hiding at the bottom of my deck. Ouroboroid, still good. Badgermole Cub, still good. And everything else in the deck is awfully sweet. Again, I'll say it one more time. I really like the Quandrix Charm in this matchup, or in this deck, rather. It works in a lot of matchups. And when you can do that turn 1 Mana Dork into the Badgermole Cub and hold up the Quandrix, it just feels so good. It puts you in such a nice position to really have a powerful turn 3. And when you can do one of these on turn 3 after countering their turn 3, boy, oh boy, does it feel ever good, or their turn 2, whatever it would be. I don't know. It depends. Play or draw. Still, overall, deck is sweet. Good job, MythicMike. It's a fun one. Corpse of the Lost, Skeletons always proving themselves to be powerful. But that's it for this one. Let me know what you think about this one. Badgermole Cub stuff. Hey, it is what it is. Hope you enjoyed it. Take care for now, Sang Ipana, and I will see all of you people in the new season, I think. Maybe my next video will be still the old season, because I'm going to record it before the restart. I don't know yet. We'll see. See ya in June anyways. Bye-bye.